Okay, so here we are about 60 miles north of Coldfoot. We started out in a pretty good rain and it cleared out after about 10 miles. And it's been overcast, as you can see, low clouds. The road's been pretty dry and pretty rideable. Tom's in the lead, Jim next in me. And you can't see in my mirror, I'm sure, but the guys are behind me. It's pretty comfortable, 52 degrees. It's been dropping a little bit in the last 15-20 miles, but not bad. Still very comfortable. We're running a pretty good speed here, doing about 50 miles an hour. Things are going well. Unfortunately, with the low clouds, you can't see a lot of the scenery, which is unfortunate. Hopefully on our return, it'll be clearer and we'll be able to get some nice views. We should be coming up on a rest stop here any moment now and take a break. You see the pipeline over here? It's been our constant companion since Coldfoot. You can see it to the left or right. As you can see, pretty barren hills. We're up a couple hundred miles north of the Arctic Circle now. And the vegetation is getting thinner and sparser. It's tough winters up here, but very pretty. So I'm going to let it ride for a little bit here, not talk so much. So we're at this place called The Perch, just a couple of miles from our last rest stop. We've got 10 miles to the top of Adigan Pass, and then about 25 beyond that to our lunch stop. This is quite a grade to get up to this perch thing here. Windy, as you can tell. Pretty good view down the valley where we came from. So here we are beginning to climb Adigan Pass. It's dropped a little bit in temperature, but it's not bad. Gonna drop a gear and get up on the pegs. Let's see how this goes. Now, you can't really tell on video, but this is a pretty steep climb. Kind of stay on the good solid ground here. I don't want to get into the weird stuff. And I'm misting a little bit yet. Oh, some rocks in the road. Oh, that'll add some excitement to your life. Tom, the guide, thought that we might break through the clouds at the top, but it'd probably be rainy and windy. We're probably not going to stop. We'll go over the top, and about 20 miles beyond, we'll take our lunch break. Yeah, fog is beginning to settle in all around us. We're definitely in the clouds now. The road's not terribly bad. It's not real slick. That's the worst thing. The visibility's not great through the visor right now. Keep Jim in sight. Kind of follow him. Yeah, it's quite a climb. Quite a steep grade up. This might be the top of the grade. I think so. That's Edigan Pass for you. Highest point in our trip. I think it's the highest pass in Alaska. If I could just see out of my glasses, that'd be okay. Again, pretty steep downhill, but using the engine compression to keep me slowing down. Use the rear brake if needed. Do not touch the front brake. Did I mention it's raining? And so once you get over the Edigan Pass, get down off this Brooks Range, which is not, I don't know, a few miles, not very far. I can't even imagine this in the winter. Still only 43 degrees. It dropped quite a bit going over the hill. But again, I'm not really cold. My face is a little chilly because I got my visor up. Otherwise, torso, legs, feet, hands, they're all warm. I got my hand warmers on. They're on 4 of 9. 9 being the hottest. They're actually fairly comfortable. They are comfortable. There you go, Edigan Pass.
Welcome to Galbraith Lake.
So we are now at Galbraith Lake, about 20 miles or so past the Adigan Pass. You can see the pipeline there, very near us. We came from that way. There's Tom, our guy, kind of walking up the road to see where our other riders went. There's 3 of us here. So there's 2 more behind us somewhere in the chase truck. We didn't think we were that far ahead of them, but anyway. This is called Galbraith Lake, and this is the hot spot picnic stopping area before we head out on the flat tundra. And this is it. There's no shelter or anything here. Right now it's not raining, which is a good thing. And here's a good example. Here's a truck. Truck coming, I'm sure, from Prudhoe Bay. There's nothing else up there. And they come bombing along the road pretty good. And you got to give them a wide berth. When they come past you, you duck under your windshield because they can throw rocks. And if nothing else, you get a splatter of mud that covers everything. You got to watch for that. You see some mountains up there, kind of pretty looking. Unfortunately, like I said before, it's a little bit overcast, so I'm sure that's impressive. You can't really see it. Off to the southwest here, another big mountain range you can't really see. The good thing about the little bit of wind we've got, although it's calmed down out here, and the rain, is it kind of keeps the mosquitoes away. So no mosquito issues to this point here. Galbraith Lake. Here they are. Very good. All right, so we're going to have lunch here, and then another about 120 miles to our destination at Deadhorse.
Pull in, pull in, pull in. Welcome to the Happy Valley.
Well, here we are on the north slope. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon. It's 47 degrees, and we've had a pretty challenging day today in our day from Coldfoot to Deadhorse. A lot of rain, got fairly cool, down to about 40, 41 degrees. The biggest problem has been visibility. Going over Adigan Pass, we probably couldn't see 100 feet. Very cloudy, heavy rain, wind. We've had every element that we had to fight today. The north slope, after we got over the Adigan Pass, surprisingly was not flat. Although what you see now is all flat, but that's been the last couple of miles. The 100 and so before that, it's a series of low rolling hills that sort of surprised me. I thought the north slope was going to be flat and featureless, but not the case. We've got some fairly sunny skies right now. We have clouds, but the sun's out. The road is dry. We're on a section of pavement right here, and coming up on a series of buildings. This is about the 3rd or 4th complex of buildings we've seen on the north slope. Here goes a truck. I'm sure it has something to do with the petroleum industry. You just don't know what it is. You notice the buildings are built up off the ground, the buildings that are heated. That's because the tundra would melt if you built a building right on the tundra, and it would sink. Nice weather right now. It's a little blustery, but it's not bad. This is what I expected the north slope to look like. There's the pipeline again over there. Now, if you can see it or not, it's on our right. We haven't seen any wildlife other than the caribou a couple of days ago. I haven't seen any. I'm expecting to see muskox somewhere up here, but we haven't yet.
So good evening, everyone. We made it to Deadhorse today. We drove from Coldfoot to Deadhorse in probably the worst road conditions I've ever been in. It was rainy, very windy. In some places the road was very nice. In a lot of places it was full of potholes. You just had to ride through them. And in other places it was very, very slick. Back tire swinging all over the place. Made for an interesting ride. When we got here though, it was 62 degrees and blue sky. Very comfortable here in the evening, but don't go outside because mosquitoes will carry you away. The rest of the trip we've had very few mosquito problems because of the wind and the rain keeps them away. But tonight they're out in force. Like I said, we had a lot of rain. We didn't stop at the top of Vatican Pass because it was visibility down to about 100 feet and we had driving sideways rain. Wasn't much to see. Another good day of riding. The bikes take an amazing amount of punishment on suspension and just keep on going. It's really incredible what they can do. We had dinner at this Deadhorse, I think it's called Inn. It's very rustic, let's put it that way. The restrooms are down the end of the hall. The rooms are clean, small, but no amenities. Although I'm in one of their two weight rooms, believe it or not, they have exercise equipment, treadmills, free weights, all that sort of thing in these two rooms. What else? It's still warm out tonight. We've had great meals the whole trip. The food has been spectacular. We had ribs tonight that the place here made. Interestingly enough, in both Coldfoot and here, you cannot use the dining facilities because of the COVID-19. So we've called ahead and they made the meals for us and they're ready to pick up to bring them over to us. We ate in a separate room all by ourselves in this building here. The kitchen and restaurant are in the building next door. It was also the first day we had a pilot car lead us through some construction. It wasn't too bad. There was some gravel down, but it wasn't too bad. The worst part was a very, very slick mud at one point, which really gets the heart rate up. But we follow the advice of our guide, Tom, and you can ride right through it. Your heart goes faster, but you got to remember to keep breathing and look high. Let's see, what else? Tomorrow we return, go back down to Coldfoot. Hopefully we have better weather. The weather, overcast, clouds. Coming north today, you really couldn't see any of the mountains that I knew were there and wanted to take photographs of. Took some video, a few snapshots of the terrain. Hopefully tomorrow we have better weather and we can take some pictures of what we're driving because I know other videos I've watched, it's spectacular. It's about 10:15 at night, and if you go outside, you'd swear it's 2 in the afternoon. This is the first place we've been at that didn't have blackout curtains on the bedroom, so we'll see if we can get to sleep tonight. And that's about it from Deadhorse. We made it. We took our picture by the sign. We walked in and got a couple souvenirs. We made it. We'll talk to you tomorrow on the way back down south.